Anyone else feel underdressed? Okay, good. Hola, bonjour, salut, servus, guten Tag, konnichiwa, ni hao. All these words sound different, but they're actually as similar as night, night, and night. Hello, my name is Rory. And as some of you may know, I'm a little bit obsessed with the world. Hopefully I'll make you obsessed with it as well. I come from Squamish, British Columbia. Represent. And I've always been obsessed with the world. It started when I was young. I would watch Dora the Explorer, and I'd go home, I'd go to school, and I'd tell my teachers what I learned that morning. You know, hola, ¿cómo estás? That kind of stuff. It fully went into fruition when I left Canada and went to Germany, first plane ride ever, by the way, and lived there for a year with the Rotary International Youth Exchange Program. Truly, you do not appreciate the world until you travel, whether it is to a populous European city like Munich or to a secluded village in Asia. I always made it my mission to at least try one national dish, speak a couple sentences in their native culture, and see what else their culture has to offer. I went to a lot of countries in Europe, and I experienced a lot of connection through their cultures, even though they were different. And I really liked that. To be honest with you all, though, I was a little cocky before I went on exchange. I always thought, oh, I'm going to rule this is going to be awesome, vacation. I thought it was going to be like the Brady Bunch. It was not the Brady Bunch. I was at the airport with Bedhead, asking persistently why a worker did not speak English, even though we were in Germany. Anyways, my first host family, a mother and a daughter, picked me up, and we were on our way. Self-doubt and self-confidence hindered the first 4 months of my exchange. I was honestly so torn when people said, just speak English, just speak English. Bitte, English, bitte, bitte. I later found out it's inevitable when immersing yourself in a country. I learned at my second host family that self-confidence can easily go away, but I'll get to that later. First things first, never, ever let self-confidence hinder your self-success. Anyways, I went to my second host family. They were awesome. To this day, I love them so much. My first day with them, we were going to the house and we stopped by a butcher. They bought me a little sausage that they give to the kids for free because it was my first day with them, naturally. That's when I thought, okay, these guys are the bomb. Boy, was that an understatement. Through the 4 or 5 months I stayed with them, it changed my German, my ideals on culture, my virtues, truth, family, all that. They would take me to Austria, where I still have some of my fondest memories, such as sitting at a patio, eating a meat and cheese platter, and it's not an appetizer, it's literally the entire meal. Right, but it was one of my favorite meals. I stood for 30 seconds in Italy, so I can officially say I'm Italian. And I went on my Germany tour. I spent 18 days traveling around Germany, learning about its many cultures with my closest friends. When I went to my third host family, I was cocky again, but not in the I know German, fight me kind of way, but in the I'm so cultured kind of way, until we went to England. I had to get someone to translate something for me to English. A predominantly English-speaking person needed a translation to my first language. There goes the first pin. That's when I realized that even though I come from a predominantly English-speaking country, and I was in a predominantly English-speaking country, the dialect, the accent, the mannerisms, the culture in a whole is completely different. That's when I realized that cultures are so important. Now that I'm back in Canada, yay, I want the adventure to continue. I think it's so great to have so many exchange students where I live in Squamish. I always love to tell them, how's Canada? Is it good? You cold? Usually the answer is yes. I think it's so awesome that we live in a multicultural country. I think a little bit too many people take it for granted, though. And there's some kids that can't really hop on a plane and go to a different country due to various restrictions. And that really saddens me, because I think everyone should have the experience to try a different culture. Oh. I'm gonna cry. I think it's so important to have classes like French immersion, English First Peoples. It's such a big impact, but it's so small in the spectrum as well. Imagine the impact of Spanish or Mandarin as a class. I don't even know Mandarin, but I want to know Mandarin. It seems so cool. It could literally change a kid's life. I wanted to go into a career path that I wasn't quite sure on, and I was frankly really scared. I went on exchange, and now I'm planning on studying either linguistics and education or global and international studies. All in all, exchange is amazing. You get to go somewhere different and create a different version of yourself. Right now, I have multiple personality disorder because of that. Not as bad as one might seem. People may say that they understand the world, and I'll give them that. They can say that. But in my opinion, to see the world, you need to see through everyone's eyes, and that's a kaleidoscope of cultures, languages, faces. So before I leave, I ask all of you to befriend someone of a different nationality. Make friends with people whose first language isn't yours. I did. And you should all follow me. And more importantly, do what you're supposed to do with our big, multicultural world. Explore. Thank you.